not even really prepared for this, actually.
I'm here tonight, Jen.
I seen you, Sean. All right, so here we go. Got my technical difficulties showing. That means it's streaming. Here we go. New and improved opening scene. Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions. Well, I can't hear anything. I don't know if everything came through or not.
I'm liking it.
If I lowered the volume down a little bit, when I play it, in front of me, I don't know if it, I think I forgot to watch that.
Folks said they didn't care, but now that you got the words going the right direction, I think it would be better if the globe rotated the opposite direction. That's minor, but
Yeah, just the globe.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions.
that is very good.
I think I have to do some centering, though. It looks a little off-center to me, and I can, if you want the globe to go counterclockwise, because the words are going clockwise, I can make the globe go counterclockwise, but that's easy.
Yeah, it's off
In
center.
the same direction if they weren't rotating at the same speed, so it looks like the words are actually going around the globe.
Yeah. So, yeah, I worked on that for quite a long time this afternoon, and after I got back from break, I was like, I'm getting this done. I had about an hour to get it done. I got it done in about a half hour. I'm still going to tweak it here and there. I'm still working on it. Jim, you look happy. He seems to have lost his tongue tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I haven't lost my tongue yet. You should be so lucky.
No, he's happy he started early without us.
I spent a good chunk of my day playing around with the Windows 11 22H2 stuff.
Oh.
So
has everybody seen the videos on the new 40 series? How they lied?
Well, I don't know if that wouldn't call it lies.
no, it's not lies. It's marketing bullshit, but it's not necessarily lies.
They labeled what used to be what you might have labeled the 4070 to be a lower memory 4080. I saw one thing where they talked about how many cores were in both 4080 models.
Right.
Isn't there two 4080s, a 12 gig and a 16 gig?
There is.
The 12 gig corresponds to what was like the 3070 in the old series.
Well, you'll see what I'm fixing to do. Maybe.
And they're twice as expensive too. I guess that's what I've been hearing. They're more expensive than the 30 series.
Of course.
I just seen Greg's
You didn't
comment.
expect them to be cheaper, did you?
I thought they'd be around the same price as the.
Why would you think that? It's all about making money.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't think any corporation is altruistic, do you? You're not that gullible, are you?
So I'm not sure what Chris is trying to show us on his background there.
Showed his
Yeah, I
BIOS
kind of need
for a
a
minute.
full screen.
Looked like a BIOS.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, everybody.
I'm not
He's
sure.
showing his computer boot up.
Yeah, I couldn't see it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install 20H2.
Well,
Just to
Jose and
see
I
how-
messed around with the green screen for about an hour this afternoon. And it looks all right. It's good. I am
Are
going to
you,
take one section out of it though.
Can't tell which one is the USB.
That'd be the one that says USB.
I can't read it.
And you think we can? Hold on. Let us
Yeah,
get closer
really.
to the screen.
God, man.
I can read
it's
it.
the top one, it's the second one down, Chris.
No,
Seriously?
Yeah,
No.
it's not that one. One more.
That
Yeah,
one?
there's
Yeah.
that
no,
one.
that's
should
not
be,
USB.
No.
That didn't say USB.
Hold on. Hey, Chris, don't do anything. Stop what you're doing. I'll spotlight you, and then we might be able to see what's going on here.
No, I've got him already pinned in
See,
Zoom.
yeah, the
That
second one
actually
down is
Okay,
USB.
USB 1, USB.
That actually is
okay.
it. It's the
All right,
second
that is
one.
it.
Sean was right.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, it's amazing how when I made it spotlight, I could read that.
What, you trying to boot from that to back up?
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it I'm gonna see if it asks for account login. That's one thing I won't do.
Oh, 22H2? Yes, it will.
Can you
Bit-
force your
bit
way
there.
out of it?
There's
There-
Mike. I see
there's-
Long Dog
there's-
is in chat.
Hold
Whenever you-
on. There's two ways that I'm aware of to get around it. But it's going to depend on whether or not the network is
just-
active when the thing boots or not.
I'm just gonna unplug and plug it.
Okay.
That's on my own.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Mike. So I wonder how that's going to come through. Oh, it actually comes through pretty good. I guess on a real green screen.
Yeah. When you got a real green screen, things actually work.
Yeah.
So
So
did you,
you're
have to get
wondering why I'm
lucky?
holding this up.
Because you had to get your driver's license and you need other documentation for it.
No, close, but
Okay.
no.
Okay.
We're trying to get the car licensed, but that's
Yeah.
not going to happen until November because we had to fill out a form for them to send to the bank where we have the car finance for the bank to verify that they're holding the title. I
Aha.
looked at her and I says, ma'am, when I moved from Nevada to Illinois, I just took in my Nevada registration and 10 minutes later I walked out with an Illinois plate. And she looks at me and she goes, that's Illinois, sir. This is Indiana.
And believe it or not, that answer is correct.
Oh, I know. I'm
True.
very much
Oh,
aware of
well,
that.
I'll tell you a story about when I tried to register a truck in Tennessee years ago. My father died in 1981, and the truck he had sat in the driveway for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. So my mother just ended up giving it to me, and it needed a little bit of work, and I went back and got the brakes going and a couple things. So we go down to the courthouse out in Kansas where she lives. And the title those days said my dad's name and/or my mother's name,
Right.
which meant either one of them could sign it over. So she signs it over, and the lady in the clerk's office says, do you want to get a Kansas tag? And I said, no, I'll just get a temporary tag and I'll finish when I get back to Tennessee. And it was a big mistake. I should have paid the extra money and gotten a Kansas tag in my name. I get back to Tennessee and I go down to the county clerk's office and I take in all the paperwork. And the lady said, I'm going to need your father's signature. And I said, no, it says and/or. It means either one of them can sign it. She said, that's in Kansas. I didn't in Tennessee. I said, well, that's going to be kind of difficult. You want me to go back to dig him up out of his grave and whatever. And no, so she pulls out another form. My mother and I were the only heirs. So we each had to sign and notarize this form, giving her permission to sell the truck to me without my father's signature.
Silly. Silly.
So, I mean, so there's your sign. I mean, this is Tennessee, not Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, the good news is if it gets close to when our Illinois plates are going to expire, they will give us a temporary registration. But she told us, she said, you'll be lucky if this is done by November. I said, ma'am, it's September. She says, I know. I don't get it. And our appointment that we made because we thought it would speed the process up. Yeah, the appointments are for driving tests only. They're not for everything else. I walked in. I said, "I'm here for my 9:30 appointment." She says, "You're here for your driving test?" I said, "No, I need license plates." She goes, "Oh, you have to take a number for that."
Well,
It went downhill from there.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
You guys have heard me say many times, I'm not getting my license until 2027. And when this came about, oh, it'll be 20. And you know what I'm thinking about doing? And I'm 100% serious on this. I'm thinking about renewing my Nevada license by mail and forwarding it to me in Indiana. It's a thought. So, Alex, I believe you had something you wanted to share with the group.
Yes, I did.
I'll give you your 30 seconds now. Go.
I kind of wish Wintermute was here because he would find this interesting, but I'll go ahead and show it. I found a way to take out those vocals of that CD that guy brought me today. That right here, vocal remover and isolation. The only caveat is I had to donate $1 to the guy because I had 14 songs to do, and after doing one, and after doing one and it working good, it said too many attempts from your IP address or something. So I had to give the guy $1 and then cancel it right out. Then I've canceled it now, so he won't be getting no more dollars.
So I can't expect any more money from you? Okay.
You just come in here, you select whatever song. This is the original with the
vocals.
With the vocals and stuff, and then it will upload, and then it will, after it finishes uploading, it will come up and it will have one track that has the vocals, one track that has just the music, and you can choose to download just the vocals or just the music or both.
That reminds me of the first version of Windows 10 screen, install screen.
I was impressed with this actually. For $1, and it's good till the end of the month. You can't go wrong. Do what, Jeff?
I thought Alex was going to regale us with how he had to smash open that iMac to get to that disc.
Well, we're going to discuss that too in a little bit. He's got some bad news.
I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should
play
play
it.
these.
Don't worry about it. Play it. It's fine.
Well, I gotta stop it so I can reshare with sound.
You did that earlier. I thought I taught you better.
Well,
I want my $1 back.
That's skits.
See how the vocals is all the way down. Play it.
It's the Kids Not Live Show. Coming to you from Sunshine, Indianapolis, Indiana. I like that.
And then if you turn, if I can get it, if you turn the music all the way down and turn the vocals all the way up.
So often tempted, tormented and tested.
Like that, it works. It works really well. I think he'll be very happy.
Have you got that on your computer somewhere as well?
The files saved. I've got a copy of the original and a copy of just the music that he wanted. So yes, I do.
Okay.
How long should I keep it for?
Give it to your customer, have them test it out, give them, a week? The reason I ask is I'm going to have you send me that song you played, the music only, Send me the music only, please. If I don't get a violation on, I'm going to put it to good use. So anyway, now let's go on to the tragedy from
Just
all
this one just
this.
now?
Huh?
You want this one just now?
Yeah. So would you like me to tell him the tragedy, or do you want to tell him? You better tell him, because I'll screw it up.
Well, it's actually two. Actually, this is a different person with a different Mac than we was talking about last night.
No, not that tragedy. Your burner.
Oh, so I got a universal power adapter that I showed y'all the other night for my DVD burner. Well, my DVD burner decided to bite the dust today. And the reason why I figured that out is because the computer didn't lock up, but the program that I was using to burn a CD with did, and I could not get the CD tray back open. Not even after restarting the computer. And you should be able to open those CD drives that are connected to power regardless of whether or not the computer's on. It refused to open. I took it into my mom. She used a paper clip to put it in a little hole and manually eject the CD drive, because there was a CD in there that was bad because it messed it up. So pulled the CD out, and then I thought, well, that may have fixed it. So I plugged it back in, and no, it didn't work. But I know it not, because I know my universal adapter is not bad, because I plugged it in. I had something else that I plugged the adapter into, and it worked. So my 12-year-old CD drive I had, that's an external CD drive, but it was a desktop CD drive in an enclosure like you would put a hard drive in. Does not work anymore. And sad to say, you cannot buy one of those like that anymore. The only one
I have one I recommend, Alex, if you want a new drive.
I actually have a USB connected one already, but
Okay, that's what this is. But I like this one. Asus Zen Drive. Does CDs, DVDs. It will do M discs, if you know what an M disc is. And those are expensive, but they have a long lifetime if for something you really want to save.
Is an M disc the disc right after the L disc?
Might be.
But I just pulled that old DVD drive out of the cabinet and started using it since I got a power strip with a whole lot of plugs on it. I actually had enough space to plug it in, and but I hadn't been using it, so I got another USB plug-in one that I thought I wouldn't have to use for a little while, because I plugged this other one in, but turns out that other one, it decided to not work.
Go ahead and give the tragic news. And here, I'll spotlight you, because I know this involves sharing your screen. Sean's your dad doing all right while Alex is getting this prepped?
Yeah, he's all right.
Are you all right?
Yeah,
We back at the group home, or you still at your mom and dad's?
I'm still at my mom and dad's till Friday.
Okay.
Now what, Ken?
Seriously, you're gonna pay me money. The thing you shared with me when I was driving home.
Oh,
Oh.
Well,
Jeff, did you go partake in the Las Vegas Aces celebration thing tonight?
No, no,
I don't blame you.
no. I had a bunch of things I had to do today. I missed all this morning's videos because I had an appointment. And then the pest control guy came and I survived that. So I'm good.
So Alex, that iMac, you still got that iMac coming, don't you? Or that Mac?
the
Well-
iMac, yes. Ken, you don't need to have me spotlighted anymore because I'll just be sharing the screen. But
Okay. You're no longer spotlighted. I wonder if, can you share your screen from the waiting room?
I can't. So I got this from this person here. That was her first comment.
Oh, it's a MacBook.
The MacBook Air, those suck.
This is two different people. The person at the that wants me to do the iMac is, I believe, legit, but this one it's not.
And he'll explain that as he goes on.
Tell me when I can scroll down.
You can scroll down.
What I'm wondering is all these people with MacBooks and all that sort of thing, why in the hell isn't there stuff on iCloud?
Because after a certain level or amount of data, they have to pay for it.
It's only in that certain level is only 5 gigs.
Yeah, the free
Well, you
level's
can
5.
either pay or buy an external drive to back up to, or suck it up when things go bad.
Jeff, welcome to the average computer user. They're not us. Okay.
Oh, I know.
They're
Well,
not
I
us.
wasn't always hard and heavy about trying to back up everything, and I'm not as good as a lot of you guys, but all my data files are backed up multiple places. And I started doing that several years ago after I got burned once. at work.
Well, I've heard of cases where people have gotten burned more than once and they still don't learn. So
This is the reason why this is the main reason why I think this is not legit. Because just last night when we was talking about the other iMac for that other woman,
yes,
we was talking about how people will pay more to repair Macs than they do Windows machines. I told her I would do it for copy her data off for $200, and she said she didn't have the money.
well then it's not that.
Oh,
important.
wait, it gets better.
It's if here's the thing that I've actually had to deal with people. If they bring me something that I know that I can't handle, the first thing I tell them is the company out on the West Coast, the $300 data recovery,
Right.
and they're like, oh, I can't spend that kind of money.
Sure.
Well, then your data is not that important to you, is it?
Right.
And
Is either it's
$300
important to you or it's not.
Yeah,
And this down here where she says, you look at it first before paying.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell her it's going to cost her at least
Wonder if she thinks that I'll pay her.
$50 to look at it or something.
Yeah, this
Even
is
if you
this
don't get
ties
anything off.
yeah, this ties back into the conversation we keep having over and over again. You need to charge a diagnostic fee and apply it toward, if you get the job, the total price. If not, you look at it, you did the diagnostic, and you get paid for it.
I mean, I would say at a minimum, you should charge her $50 to look at it. And she
I
has to
don't think that
understand she
person,
pays.
I don't think this particular person is legit.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Well, then stick to your guns then. I mean,
Yeah, go with your gut feeling.
yeah.
I will tell you. I'll tell you right now. The initial offer of $200 is cheaper than that person will ever find anywhere on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when you refer somebody to $300 data recovery, Jim, that's the best damn deal for data recovery I know of out there.
Right. We used to charge $150 just for the attempt. Pass or
Wow.
fail, whether we got anything off of it or not. That was the attempt. If I knew going in that it was going to be more involved than, simply just kind of nursing the drive along because it's got a gazillion bad sectors or whatever. If I thought it was something else, like if somebody brings me a drive and I put it in a caddy and I immediately get the click of death, I'm not bothering with that. I'm going to tell them right now is that I could charge you, but it's not going to, there's nothing I can do with it. You need to take it to some place that does this because you're going to have to take the drive apart.
So Alex, Long Dog has a question for you. He says, do you know what the voltage requirement was? 12 volt, 9 volt, possibly 5 volt. It's
For my
typically
CD, for the CD
Yes.
drive,
yes.
it was 12 volt, and I got one of those power adapters that has all those tips. One of those universal power adapters that can do anywhere between 3 volts all the way up to 12 volts. There's a little selector. There's a little selector switch that you choose what voltage that you need. And it was working before when I first got it, the power adapter, I mean, and plugged it into the CD drive. It was working perfectly fine for the last few days until now. Up until I tried to burn that second copy of that CD for this guy, and it basically crashed that software I was using to burn it. But up until that point, it was working.
You're having the worst luck, Alex. Hard to say that.
Not really. I was able to pull. It would be bad luck if I didn't have another CD drive and I had to order one, but since I had a USB one that I had been using before stuck in the door that still works, I was able to get that other one made. And all I lost was a 12-year-old CD drive and a one blank CD that probably cost 20 cents.
Yeah. And it sounds like that guy's going to have you do some more work too. So that would be good. There's Wintermute joining us.
Hello.
And he's paying me. He's gonna come tomorrow, get them, and pay me $40.
Cool. So you made a little bit more than you thought you would then. Good deal.
Most people don't. If it's something that's really important to them, like the CDs, most people don't bother to question the price. They just pay whatever I say. And
Well, you've had a run of decent business here last couple of days, couple of weeks. I expect my dollar back tomorrow.
tomorrow I'm getting tomorrow supposed to have a phone call interview for a real job.
As opposed to a fake job. Okay.
The Arkansas Food Bank is looking for an IT specialist, so they're going to call me tomorrow. And
good luck with that.
And you still have the one coming out of the East Coast, do you not? Or
yeah, actually, I got information on that today too.
Okay.
I was emailed and was sent a link to a Outlook calendar where I was asked to schedule a 1-hour Zoom meeting and talk to this person would be my job coach, which would be the person that would help me would be the person that would find a company that would be willing to hire me. They're the middleman for disabled people between me and the actual job.
Good deal.
So
An appointment agency or something.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna wait for Jeff to come back. I have some
they
Catherine
provide
news.
training. They provide training and all of that. So
Mhm.
Good.
So I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. So I'll have my ears lowered next time I get on here.
Yeah, you're starting to look a little hippie there. I mean,
My
getting-
haircutting lady is leaving. She is going to Las Vegas. She's going to Jeffland
permanently or vacation?
permanently.
Okay.
I don't actually know why. I think it has something to do with her schooling or haircutting or something. Beautician or
I
maybe
got to
Jeff
share
knows
this with you
something.
guys. This is hilarious. Oh my God.
What did he say?
What did I say?
No, what did Black White say?
Yeah, hold on. I'm setting it up. This is absolutely hilarious. Which screen is that? I guess that would be that screen over there. And I do need sound. And actually, I got to bring it to this screen over here so I can also share it across YouTube. Okay, so share. You guys should be seeing a blue screen and Zoom moving out of the way. And I'll bring this over here. Go full screen with this. All right, watch this. This is hilarious. Guy's trying to do a burnout and he gets thrown out of the car.
Lock your doors.
Lock your door and wear your freaking seatbelt, dumbass.
Exactly.
Joshy?
Exactly.
All right.
Joshy?
Yeah. I don't know. It might have been. I really don't know.
I watched a little bit of one of the last videos he did. It was him going out with Natasha. They were going out. They were going out partying, like in a limousine or something.
Recently?
Yeah.
I thought that was from way back when they got married or something.
No, that was like recently, because
Well,
before somebody to block me, he said, and I called him one night. He said that, well, you'll finally get to see me. You'll finally get to see something that you've been wanting to see. And I was like, what is that? He said, dressed up. You'll get to see me dressed up. And he sure enough did.
well, let me ask you, Alex, since we're talking about the verboten subject anyway. Has Natasha been moved? Do you know?
I have not spoken to him since for about a week now.
Right.
He has not called or texted or anything, but he's still unblocked on my end. So
I have Catherine news. She sent me a message this morning, and that message says, I can't remember it, so I got to go grab it. Well, it's not very long. Oh, she said hi. No, she said, I said, no need. I sent her one the other day. I said, no need to reply. Just checking to see how you're doing. Oh, and by the way, we expect pictures, lots of pictures. Her reply this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning was, I have it many, but I can take some of the EEG PC tomorrow. So I'm not sure if that means she's getting an EEG or there's an EEG computer or what that means. But
What is that?
That was from Catherine.
EEGP.
EEG PC. But again, I don't know if this is something that's medical or if there's a PC that someone's named the EEG PC. Could be an egg PC and nobody knows how to spell. I don't know.
European General Petroleum Corporation. That's what Google
Okay.
says.
Well, she did put a smiley face at the end of it, so I'm going to guess that it was good.
This one here from 3 days ago.
A night to remember.
Who was that girl that got her hair dyed red?
I have no idea.
She got like Kool-Aid hair.
Hello, everybody. And we had a gal here that colored her hair blue.
That redhead is Natasha, not Natasha. Was it Ashley?
The one in the middle is Natasha.
Yeah. I don't know who the redhead was. Probably won't find out either.
Yeah, she's got 2 girls.
Yeah.
He should know that's adultery.
Oh, I'm sure he does, and I'm sure he doesn't have 2 girlfriends.
Well, that's probably the girls. That's probably Natasha's friend. I think you mentioned her before.
He has. I can't remember her name right now.
Well, what, isn't
Yeah,
she one of the
I
ones
believe
that
he
work
helps
for
her.
the company?
Yes, she at one time did work for Alpha Community. And
She was one of them that were claiming stuff about you and Alex at one point.
I don't think that's Ashley.
Okay, all right.
Actually.
Dang, what happened to not mentioning his name?
Yeah, now we're doing it over the we're sending this out to the universe. I bet my subscriber list goes up by 3.
But maybe, but hopefully, Jim, I will have good news on the iMac.
Good
'Cause I have
news
no-
would be if they sent it to you along with a shotgun to blow it to hell.
And paid you.
MacBook Airs are not
Good
good.
news would be number one, if I can get her files recovered, and number two, if she said, "Oh, since you got the files recovered, I don't want the computer back," so you can so that then I can put a SSD in it because I figure I don't have one. And
Why would you want it?
sell it and get a ton of money because it's an Apple.
So at least 3 of us had the same question because Jim looked up and was about to speak, and Jeff spoke for us.
Well,
Why
no,
would you want
my list of things is that the first good thing will happen is that it'll arrive without being damaged. That's number one.
Right.
Number two, you get the files off of it.
Yeah.
After that, who cares?
Yeah.
Send it to the recycler after that.
Well, it depends on the year of the Mac.
Yeah, that's true.
It really does, because if it's anywhere between, I want to say about 2016 and 2019, that's still valuable.
How can you determine the age of the machine?
You'll be able to tell the age of the machine when he puts the serial number in with the link I gave him the other night.
Okay.
Every Mac.com or something.
Yes. That will tell him everything he needs to know.
Cool.
The original
been
RAM
able to-
configuration, original size of the hard drive, yada, yada, everything.
I haven't had much luck on updating MacBook Airs, but MacBook Pros, I've been a champ at that. But MacBook Air, for some reason, is really hard to upgrade. I tried to upgrade the SSD in it and use Mac software to clone it, and it said it cloned it, but it didn't.
Well, the MacBook Pro used to be their high-end one, sort of like a desktop in the PC world. And once upon a time, those were actually much more upgradable than the laptop Macs.
I
I
think
have no
all
idea
Macs
whether
are good
that's
except for the
true.
MacBook Airs.
Well, as long as he keeps busy and keeps making money, that's a good thing.
Yep.
And
I'm
with a
trying to
couple
get one of
job
those.
interviews coming through, that's an even better thing.
I'm trying to get that square Mac, the little square one that you have to plug a monitor into. I want to get one of
And-
those.
And I only had to pay $1 to get $40.
And you still have it good for another 9 days, right? Or have you tested it since you?
It's still good. It's if I go to the link that I bookmarked, it still says it's good. It still says I'm a patron, even though I went to the Patreon website and canceled it through there, and I canceled it through PayPal for good measure. So there's no way I'll be
Yeah. Better to be safe
charging
than
me
sorry.
again.
I was going to look something up. Sean made me think of something. Now I can't remember what it was I was going to look up. Oh, well. So did you watch any of the FBI's last night, Sean?
No, I went to bed.
Yeah, I was
'cause
wondering
I had
where
to
you
get up
were last
early to
night.
come here.
Did they start their new season last night?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
why I
you missed
paid for. That's why I paid for Paramount Plus, because I don't watch it on TV. I have a cable box in my room at the group home, but I haven't watched that thing in forever. I just deal with the Fire Stick, so
Yeah, my
Well,
Fire
I just
Stick's
watch.
going
I watch it on Paramount Plus.
super crazy nuts. The volume just, it'll be sitting there and it'll be about like this volume right here. And then all of a sudden
so
the
you
volume just
got-
goes up to here and then it goes back down to about like that.
You got cable, so you got cable for free, and you don't watch it? Are you nuts?
I don't have cable
Yes.
for free.
No, I do,
Oh,
and I don't watch it. No, I don't watch it.
Make sure it
Don't
says
like advertisements, Alex. That's
I
why
tell-
I pay the
I
premium
tell
for
people go
Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, YouTube, and everything else, because I don't like
What
ads.
about Amazon
Yeah, but
Prime?
you can learn to tune out
Yeah, I
the
pay
ads
for that too.
automatically. Now,
mm-hmm.
you didn't grow up with over-the-air broadcast TV, obviously, because you had no choice in those days, and you just learned to ignore the ads.
Or those were the times you went and got another drink, or you,
Yep.
you know,
Had to
Yeah.
go to the bathroom or whatever.
yeah, that's what commercials were for.
I haven't watched actual cable TV for about 4 years. I
Yeah,
don't miss it.
that was the golden days, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Dinosaurs
I think I
from the
mentioned
planet.
earlier, I switched to direct TV last year.
I'd
It
rather
is
be out
saving
making
me
money
money.
than watching TV.
hey,
So
Yeah, it's saving me money, but most of the channels on direct TV are either ads for other stuff that they sell or advertisements for other things like lawyers asking if you ever worked at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina
Oh,
or whatever.
those have been making the rounds, man. Damn.
yeah, they have.
And it's just, I'm getting used to direct TV. I don't like it as well as I did Cox, but it is cheaper. So I'm just going to suck it up.
So you guys
good,
should be
Ken.
seeing a cup on the screen right now.
Yep, that actually looks pretty good.
That's the design that we agreed upon. And
So
then
it's not on both sides. It's just one wraparound.
it's just
design.
one wraparound.
That actually is going to look very good.
I hope so.
You're just missing one person on there.
No, I'm not.
Sure
Who-
you are.
Huh?
Hey,
Oh, you
You
yeah,
can
you
go to
graduated with us in 77. Yeah, I forgot about that. So if
Can you
these come out, if
rotate it?
these turn out pretty good, I'm going to continue to deal with this
Oh,
company
yeah,
because I've got some other ideas too. It starts here, then just wraps around. The reason I went with them is I got about a 30% discount because I ordered so many of them, and they're going to be here next week. So it's pretty impressive, I thought. And I searched probably, I don't know, a good 12 to 15 companies One company wanted 900 and I think it was 60 some dollars for the exact same thing you're looking at right there. It was just ridiculous.
Wait, we talking?
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies,
$88.
produced by L&K Productions.
That's a very good price, actually. Most of these outfits want for small orders, are nearly $20 a pop,
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fair myself.
plus a setup fee, which can be as high as $100 or more.
Yeah, I'm running into that issue with what I want to get. I want to get some hats made, and the guy was like, "Well, you've got to bring it to me, and I got to send it out, and it's got to be this." And I'm by that time I'm blocking him out. I'm like, "Okay, thanks." It screws my screen up every time I do that. So, Rick, printer working okay?
Yeah, I did one scan today, but then she wrote back and she said it needs to be in PDF. Now I gotta figure that out. So I
Can you
looked at the
scan
whole
directly
menu
to
thing and
PDF?
there's no PDF thing on there. She said, yes, it does. Every printer just like, no, I think I gotta go get a PDF and put it in there. It's like, no, the printer itself should have hers
They
did.
scan to an image.
Yeah, I gotta scan things
Does
to
she
my
need
mom.
You
it
can get
readable?
free-
A readable PDF?
Yeah, she just wants a PDF. When I said it's
Right,
in there,
well,
I said,
Well, if it doesn't
You can
have
make
to
a
be,
PDF out of an image, but if she wants it readable, you gotta convert it to a readable form.
that
Well,
printer
you-
doesn't have it, so I'm gonna get a hold
I
of
mean, like,
Canon.
not
and
readable, I
see
mean,
what they
like
can-
searchable, I guess is what I mean.
They can see what they can do to get one for it.
well, if you can get by with something simple, I use the Microsoft Print to PDF that comes
You need
with
some-
Windows for a lot of stuff.
Some optical character recognition software of some sort. And you can convert it.
What kind is it? Canon, you said?
Yeah, Canon TS62.
Okay. My
420 or
old
something like
Canon laser printer has a scanner on it and it scans directly to PDF, among other things.
That's a software function. That's all. As long as
Yep.
as long as there's a scanner, it's a software function.
Function right. I mean, it just had the software with it to convert to PDF immediately.
Yeah, the inkjet utilities for scanning, printing, and whatever. It took me about 2 hours because it said no printer detected. So I went round and round and round and round and round, and about an hour and a half later, 40 minutes, it finally said, yeah, you can scan the document. Like, well, yeah, now you tell me. Said there was no printer detected. Said that for an hour and a half.
How old is this thing?
Brand new, right out of the box.
You,
People are telling me I just don't know what I'm doing, that they could have figured it out in 5 minutes, but it's true. I don't know anything about Canon. I was guessing at what I was doing.
do you have it on your network?
Yeah, it's through USB.
Okay, yeah, I've had mine on the home network before. Right now, it's hooked to a USB on my old computer and everything. The only issue I ever had, sometimes the scanning software will just hang up. And that's if I've had it plugged in for a long time. So if I just power off and on again, and
Yeah.
the scanning software recognizes it right away. So. But I guess what you get depends on which model of.
I got
printer
an
you
old Kodak
use.
all-in-one photography picture printer somewhere. I bet it probably don't even work. Bought it to print pictures with. and-
No, Ken, you are correct. It doesn't, the printer itself probably still works, but the problem is if it's a Kodak has washed their hands completely of their printers. You cannot download their software. You cannot download the software for the printers anymore.
Will it work with Linux?
It might.
See, I'm trying to be a smart ass, and Jim comes up with it might.
It might. How old is this thing?
No reply.
I'm doing the calculations here in my head, and
Yeah, I can see the smoke escaping from underneath the headphones.
yeah, I'll just go out on a limb here and say 15 years.
Oh, dear God.
I
The
wouldn't
ink
even
might
bother.
be dry too.
That's recycling material, dude. Seriously, electronic recycling. That old? No. I think that you'd find that Linux would find a way to work with it, but 15 years old. No, come on.
Yeah. I have no need. I have no use for it.
Electronic recycling, dude. Telling you.
So you don't even think
I'm
if
gonna
you
sell it
plug
to Sean for $15 on eBay. Do what?
plug it into Windows 10, it wouldn't find a driver for it?
It might find a driver for it, but I wouldn't bet on it.
There wouldn't be no software, which I don't know.
Well, that's part of the problem. If you don't have access to the software or the drivers, then you're really screwed.
I want to say when we lived in Vegas, I did hook it up to my machine that had 10 on it, and it would not print. And I just was like, oh, well, I'll go to my renter and use her printer.
Yeah,
She
there's a limit.
Yeah,
There's a limit to expecting a modern operating system to have a driver for something that old.
true. And this will blow your mind too. I still have photography paper for it, but I'm sure it's bad as well. But it's not been opened. So I'll ask Jose after I wake him up.
Yeah,
Jalapeno, not
finally, finally, you're consulting the professional, right?
Well, I have an unopened package of photography paper. Is it still good, or being probably 15 years old, is it bad already?
Yes, it's bad. You can use it for
Sean, you need any photography paper? I'll throw that in on the deal.
Hey, I gotta go, so I'm gonna
All
watch
right.
the show with my parents.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow
See ya,
night.
Sean.
Cheer up.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Now, what's his issue?
Yeah, I think things are just catching up with him. I really do. We'll see how long we've been
the
streaming.
prognosis for his dad isn't that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
52 minutes already. Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's not so much when my mom goes, but yeah, when my dad goes, that's gonna turn my world inside out and the upside down. And I told my dad, you better live forever. You're half the reason I'm happy on this planet. And he said, well, you better be prepared, says for the next probably he thinks 20 years, but no, make it 30 years. Like
That's how I
not
feel
possible.
about. That's how I feel about when my grandma does.
How old is he?
He's 79.
79.
He
Look at
doesn't
I
think
picked-
he'll make it to 100. I wish he would, but he doubts he will. So yeah, you damn well better.
Hmm.
He's the
Yeah,
only reason
yeah,
I have
it's
the
like-
reason I'm happy on this world.
It's like what I keep telling my daughter. She doesn't want my advice, but she sure wants me here when something goes wrong.
Yep.
And I explained to her, well, she didn't expect her mother to be gone at this point. Of course, I didn't either, but things happen.
Right. So
Yeah, I
Alex
told
got
her
to
I-
meet my Joshua today, briefly. What was that, about 15 seconds maybe? He stopped over to pick up the golf clubs. He was going to go play golf. And as luck would have it, literally when he knocked on the door, Alex called me and I was like, oh man. So, but he wasn't here very long. Just picking up the clubs.
Hey, I always have the hardest luck when it comes to when I want to talk to people are busy. But when people want to talk to me, I'm busy.
Hey, Alex. I think y'all were talking about it when I walked out of the room a while ago, but that Mac you're getting in the mail, is there any way you could get her to give you the serial number and you could look it up ahead of time to see if you might be able to fix it?
She's still maybe, but she still gotta find it first. She don't know where it is.
She doesn't know where it's at.
That was literally her last response to me.
Oh dear God.
That's like Greg. That's worse than Greg losing his phone.
Oh, I'll give you the Mac. Oh, I gotta find it first.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's funny.
Did she
Well,
say about how old it was?
I said, this is a little bit into the conversation, but she said that she just got got hit hard with the stomach bug yesterday, with the flu yesterday afternoon. So she'll get it to me, and I said, do you know about when? Sorry, you're sick. And then she says, I have to find it first. And I said, oh, okay.
Oh no, if she's gonna be sending that, if she has a flu and she's gonna be touching that computer.
And people wonder why I say humanity is doomed. Dear
The
God.
police in my city had to actually go looking out for 2 people that were wandering around our 2 cities with full infected COVID.
Oh
They were
man.
going from store to store to store, and they finally caught them going into the mall. And the officer stopped him and said, "If you got tested positive for COVID, get your ass home."
Yeah.
The guy got back into his car and said, "Okay, I'll go home." And he was all sweating, he was all shaky, and he said, "Yeah, sir, you need to go home. If you got COVID, you shouldn't be out here." Yeah, I suppose.
So Saturday,
that's half the reason we can't get rid of COVID in this city is because nobody will fucking stay home when they're sick, and it's just gonna be an ongoing problem.
Yeah.
So Saturday there was a football player. I believe it was one of the Georgia players. I can't remember. He was sick. He was actually puking, and they said he's gonna still play ball. They said he's gonna come back in the game. There's no telling what was wrong with him.
Man, did he?
He could. Yeah, I don't know. I think he might have did. He could have just overheated, and it might not have been nothing. But
Sure. Man. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro button, which is this button right there.
they
And
wasn't gonna
start
take
some
him out of
shout
the
outs
game.
to everybody. Robert Michael was first in. He's on vacation. That lazy bum can't even join us. Greg Guy was second. Greg Guy needs to wake up. Greg, I'm giving you a shout out.
Yeah, I heard
Okay,
it.
Greg's awake now. Chris Garrett was third. Jeff Reinman was fourth. Jim KJ3N, which is not his real name, by the way, was here. Tony Wallow, Wintermute, Long Dog, Black Watch. And if I've missed anybody, I'm sorry, but I don't see your name. Oh, wait. I almost forgot, Mike. You thought I forgot. Mike was with us in chat. If I forget, it's because I forget things. What were we talking about? Night, Tony. Good night, Long Dog. And anyone else who may be around in Black Watch is in Zoom and he says bye on the screen. All right, guys. Zoom continues. In
Yeah,
3.
we're all
I'm going to do a
staying
Doug
on.
thing.